Name, year, whatever.
Name your major.
If you want,
The
yeah.
usual. Okay, well, my name's Katie. I am a health science major, and I'm about to graduate in like a month and a half.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's weird. How does
Crazy.
that make you feel?
I think I like don't really feel that it's real yet, because like I'm staying for another semester. Mm-hmm. So I think it will feel real like when I'm walking across the stage or whatever, but like, you know, things don't really hit me until they like happen. Yeah. So like, you know, talk to me again in like April.
Yeah, okay. My name is Emma Scott. I am from Lexington, South Carolina. I am a biology major and psychology minor, but I don't really like biology. But I'm stuck in the major, and I'm graduating.
My name's Blake Verano. I'm a World Cinema major from Fountain Inn, South Carolina.
Were you always a World Cinema major?
Yeah, so do you want me to give the,
Yeah.
should I give the whole?
Yeah.
In high school, I had no idea what I wanted to do. I just knew I wanted to go to Clemson. Because my parents went, so my uncle went, so like a lot of my family had been. And I grew up a Clemson fan, so I knew I wanted to go to Clemson. But I didn't know what I wanted to do at Clemson. And then I started seeing all these like videos from like football and from basketball and baseball and all this stuff. And it's cool, like photos and everything on Instagram and Twitter. I'm like, hey, that's kind of cool. And I'm like, wait, somebody's got to make those. So I'm going to be like on the field, like shooting that. Maybe I want to do that. So I'm like, oh, so I know I want to go to Clemson and want to work for athletics, making stuff, making content for, you know, social media. And then I still had no idea what I was going to do to get that. And then my dad was like looking at the major stuff on Clemson, and he saw that there was a description for a major. The description was like, do you look forward to rainy days, watching movies, and like, do you have like 6 favorite directors, and do you have like, do you like overanalyze movies and TV shows or something like that? Was like the description. It was like just a bunch of random things, and I'm like, yeah, I mean, I kind of do. That sounds kind of fun. And then the major itself was like World Cinema, and so I was like, oh, I guess I'm doing World Cinema. That sounds fun, because I had no idea what I was going to do. And then I decided I was going to pair a World Cinema major with graphic communications, which I thought was a good idea. I thought it was great because, you know, it's like World Cinema. It's like fun, more artsy, more kind of theoretical stuff, and then graphic communications, which is more like design and printing and like actual like technical stuff. But boy, was I wrong. Because I did those two. I like did a double major for most of college, and then just this past semester, my second to last semester, senior year, I decided to drop graphic comm because I didn't feel like it was actually going to be useful, and I was wasting my time, and it made me sad. So I decided I didn't want to do it anymore.
My name is Noah Nash. I'm from Fountain Inn, South Carolina. 4's up. I'm a biosystems engineering major. I'm minoring in wildlife and fisheries. And yeah.
My name is Mariel Bolin, and I am a junior-ish nursing major. I say ish because I'm technically a senior, but I'm in my J2 because I failed Patho and Farm and retook them.
Nice.
And I'm having an extra semester, so. Yeah.
How do you feel about having an extra semester?
I am not happy about it at all. I don't want to be here without all of the same people that I've been with all of college. And I don't really have any close friends in nursing. So I just kind of feel like I'm getting left behind a little. And I just want it to be over because I don't love nursing. So it's like dragging out the thing that I don't like. So
I'm Emma Nixon. I'm Emma Nixon. I am a senior at Clemson University, and I'm from Greenville, South Carolina. I'm a sociology major, psychology minor.
My name is Robert Evans Capps, a senior health science major from Travelers Rest, South Carolina. Yeah, that seems like all the necessary information.
What do we call you? What if people call you? Do you go by Robert?
No, I go by Evans. I'm a middle name guy.
Will Watts from Fountain Inn, South Carolina. Senior business management major.
Well, talk a little about Fountain Inn.
Fountain Inn, man. I could go on for days about Fountain Inn. It's where I grew up. My mom's family grew up there. Also is called the 44, 29644. So if you're not the Fountain Inn, get the Fountain out. It's the place to be, so love it. Good small town, about 20 minutes from Greenville.
Well, I'm most involved in FCA at Clemson, which is Fellowship of Christian Athletes, if you don't know. I've been involved since my sophomore year, and met all my friends through it, which is kind of cool. But I am also, I guess, involved in the Hills Retreat. I don't know. It's this retreat for incoming Clemson freshmen to get them connected and plugged into campus ministries and biblical community in college, which has been really cool. I think that's the coolest thing I've been a part of, or I enjoyed it the most because I think it's really important. And I got to meet a lot of really cool people.
What did you do with the Hills?
I was the finance executive,
Finance and sociology.
which is funny considering I'm horrible at math. But it was definitely a learning experience and something that I grew a lot in. So.
Okay, yeah, Clemson life. That's kind of different every semester. From doing workout classes with the students or cooking classes, or just spending time with them outside of those things that's not required. I just really love working with people with intellectual and physical disabilities. Just really have a soft spot in my heart for them, and just believe a lot in their dignity and worth and all of that.
Yeah, I've been really involved with FCA each year, gotten progressively more involved each year, and that's really all that I do.
What do you do with FCA this year?
I lead the prayer and encouragement team.
What does that look like?
Lots of prayer. Yeah, just I think the big focus this year for my team is cultivating a space where people have a quiet and intimate time with the Lord each day in prayer, because you're not gonna understand the point of big prayer events and stuff if you don't have your own prayer life with the Lord. So that's really what we're trying to do this year.
So I am involved with the football team. I am an offensive student assistant. So I help out with Coach Streeter and the other coaches throughout the day. And then I'm involved with FCA. I used to be in small groups, led a small group, led athletic outreach. Now I just kind of attend on Thursday nights.
How's it been just attending this year when you've led in past years?
Yeah, definitely being a senior and being busy with football, I haven't been able to be or get connected as much with the freshmen and underclassmen. So haven't been able to meet there, and then catch up with small group guys from last year has been a little more difficult. So a little bit disconnect there, but.
What do you like about co-oping?
It's kind of nice because you get a short little taste of work without the fully committing, your whole life to it. And obviously making money is nice. Being away from people and college life is not as nice.
Yeah. What's been the most difficult part about co-oping?
Being away from people, right? Because everybody's graduating in December, and I'm going to be here through next May, so I got a little bit of time left. And then I don't know. I just I come home. I leave at 6 o'clock in the morning, and I get back at 6 or 7 at night, and everybody's like, "Oh, you want to go do this? You want to go do that?" I'm like, "It's past my bedtime," which is partially a personality trait, and part of that's due to co-oping. So.
Right. Of both and type of situation.
Exactly. Yeah.
I'm gonna test. It's 8:39. Noah's gone.
I'm gone. Yep. Evans has his
You're up
meeting.
past 9?
It's crazy. Yeah, I know. We're pushing it now. Yeah.
It is. Crack had always said at like 9:45.
Yeah.
It's a good time.
I think it's funny. I think you might be the only person that kind of like actually knows what they're doing after college.
Yeah.
With like,
I got plenty of time. I have a lot more time to think about it. But that's kind of the beauty of the co-op is I come out of school competitive and with a little bit of work experience. But I graduate 2 years later. So I've got plenty of time to think about it.
Yeah, right. Plenty of time to make connections, I think. What has so obviously your involvement in Clemson stuff has changed, but you're still I would say you're pretty involved in
Yeah,
Clemson.
I try to be.
What have you been involved in? Talk about that.
That's a tough question with me being out of it for a year. The thing that I'm most involved with is, the ESPN broadcast work. So working camera and directing, technical directing, producing, et cetera, et cetera. Besides that, just kind of the core friend group.
Yeah. How did you get involved with the ESPN stuff?
So Blake actually was a World Cinema major way back in the day, and he way back in the day. And Graphicon back in the day. Yeah. And so he applied and he got it. And then I was like, that's kind of cool. And so I, worked audiovisual and stuff like that for my church back home. And so I emailed the guy. I was like, hey, I could do this. And got hired and have run with it. And now I'm the senior camera op there.
That's so cool.
Yep.
You would never want to do something like that?
Probably not full time. I probably will do it on the sides. It's good money, and then it's one of those things where I can pick and choose when I work. So.
That's awesome. What's been like your favorite thing you've gotten to shoot?
Favorite game ever was probably 2 years ago when we upset Duke at home for the first time in forever, and everybody got to rush the court. I rushed the court with a camera, which was fun. And then I also shot Trevor Lawrence's pro day, which was really cool. Got to meet him. He's a nice dude. It was just unique. There was a lot of NFL coaches there and whatnot. So.
That's really cool. What about intramurals?
Oh yeah. I love intramurals personally. I have like 2 shirts under my belt, championship shirts, so it's like whatever. I think that, no, I'm just kidding.
Well, you're not.
No, I'm not kidding. I do have, I do have, oh yeah. No, but I love intramurals. I just love to play sports and play with sports with my friends, and to win is fun too. So that's a fun part of college. A silly part that I didn't really it's just funny to me that we just play, but it's fun. And yeah, I'm in season right now, flag football on 2 teams, training really hard, every day to get 2 more shirts. Yeah, I was actually injured in my first game last night. I'm not going to stick out my tongue on camera. I injured my tongue and it hurts really bad, and that's why she's laughing at me.
Yeah, while I've been at Clemson, I've been involved in a few things. The main thing I've been involved in has been FCA for sure. I came in, I wanted to go and be a part of campus ministry, and FCA was the first one I tried out, and kind of the one that me and Will I remember going to. You're interrupting, Evans. You gotta get out of here, bro. What? I'm right about to talk about FCA. I was about to start crying.
Do you want to be the second shooter?
What?
You want to just be the cameraman?
Nah, he's busy.
Are you sick?
No.
Hey.
I was just editing your stuff today, Evans, and
Nice.
all in. I was like, dude.
All in.
I could have swore you teared up when you were talking about him.
He definitely did.
I think you did.
Don't tear off.
I teared up about you when you got married, or when you're getting engaged, not married. I'll probably tear up when you get married.
That's fair.
This would be weird.
I probably will too.
But yeah,
I would hope so.
as you were.
Have fun.
All right. What was I saying? I'm gonna start over.
FCA, you came in, you wanted.
But yeah, so
You and Will.
So I came in to Clemson, and I think I've been most involved in since I think the beginning was probably FCA. I came in wanting to be involved in it and wanting to be part of campus ministry because I'd heard a lot of my friends and family had been a part of it. My parents said it a while back, and then so me and Will Noah a couple of times too. Went to all the first week events. That first week of college, that freshman year. try to meet some people. Definitely really scary at first. I mean, it's just like so many people, so many random people, and they all like you all think they kind of know each other already, and are like all friends already. So it's like, how do you get in there? But like, as I started going more and more, you kind of realize like, hey, these people are all like nice, cool looking people like to bring in and be welcoming to. And so that was a cool realization. And also, like, the more I go, like, the smaller it gets. You know, the more people you talk to, the more people like you, the more you put yourself out there, the smaller it's going to get too. So that was a cool. So I get plugged into that and kind of see, like, go to meet people and like kind of see God work in those, like, those relationships, like, actually like bring me from like high school into college. With like, whether it's like my small group, with like meeting like Evans and like Jared and like Cross and some of those guys, or like France and like meeting Emma Scott and then meeting all the other girls through that, or that was through a bunch of other random things. It's really evident like God was working in those people and in that ministry to like kind of give me that foundation into college, which is really cool. So FCA has been a big part of college for sure.
What do you think that you'll do after graduation?
I just want to move to somewhere in Africa. I don't really want to be a nurse, but I will probably use that as like a way to go into ministry. And yeah, I don't know. I don't know where I'll be, but I don't want to be in a hospital.
Why Africa?
I have always wanted to go into ministry in the mission field, and for some reason, like, I don't know why, Africa has just like always been the place that I've thought of and what's like come up when I've prayed about it.
Big dream would be to work on movies and to be a cinematographer, like a director of photography, just work a camera on movies. That's what I would love to do at some point. Just make movies, make big stuff. Not a lot of rinky-dink things, but like real movies of substance. I think would be sick.
I'm going to PT school.
That's hype.
Which is exciting.
Where are you gonna go?
I don't know where I'm gonna go, but somewhere in South Carolina.
Nice.
Sounds good.
Have you got some services and stuff?
I got into Anderson last week. Yeah.
Anderson.
I don't know if I told you that, but yeah, got into Anderson, and then waiting for MUSC and USC.
When will you find out about those?
December.
December.
Mhm.
Wait, so like
Soon, like in a month. And then I have to decide.
Do you have to decide on Anderson?
I have to do deposits are due in January.
Oh, so you have time.
So yeah. I have time.
Yeah, there's a lot of options. Maybe I'm gonna teach. Could also maybe do social work. Could also maybe do like event coordinating or something along those lines. So not really to answer your question. Right, there's a lot of options for sociology majors. Yeah. So
Ideally, way down in the future, I intend to start my own business, doing some form of private land management. But for the time being, I'm co-oping with Harper, and probably for the short-term future, expect to take a job with them in Greenville afterwards.
Is this your last co-op rotation?
Yeah, so I started working in January of 2020. Is it 2 now? Yeah. 2022, and then I will finish up next Friday, the 16th of December.
Huge. What are you planning to do post-grad?
Oh gosh. The only thing I really know is that I'm getting married. That's the only thing I'm aware of.
Hey, what do you mean by you're getting married?
Yeah.
Oh, I mean.
How do you know you're getting married?
Yeah, what?
Well.
What?
I mean, guys.
Who are you getting married to?
Yeah, you have to talk, like, they don't know.
Well,
I don't see
Evans.
that.
Yeah.
Okay, well that's
Show your
soon.
left hand.
I don't see a ring.
Shut up. It's not there yet. That's fine. I know you all know when it is. I know you all know. I've been told that. I know you've all seen the ring and you all know. So.
What's a ring?
I don't know what a ring
And I know you're supposed to act like you don't know. That was information straight from Evans' mouth.
So who's Evans?
You gonna get us the ring? You gonna show it?
Sure.
Or get it?
Okay.
Well,
I have
he's
the
mic'd
mic.
up. You gotta get it.
I don't know
It's
where
that
Carry
brown container.
Just carry the camera with them.
Oh, okay.
Or get it.
You got it, Blake.
I'm hooked up. Oh no.
So, spoiler alert, you're proposing.
Yeah.
So talk about that.
So I'm proposing actually next Friday. Yeah, which will be fun. I'm kind of nervous, to be honest. But I get nervous, you know.
What if it's not in there?
That'd be really sad.
Let's see it.
Comes in a cool, like, nifty little box.
Nifty. Wow, pretty.
Whoa! So,
This should never be worn by another woman.
Shouldn't be.
You almost ruined the ring. Turn it back in.
I would have to buy a new one.
What the heck, Zoe?
I'm sorry.
So, yeah,
Crazy.
it's exciting. It feels very grown up.
Yeah, it is grown up.
Who is still standing here? Can we?
we can.
Okay. What's my plan? Should I wait until I'm sitting back down?
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
If you had to guess what Evan.
I have zero idea. All he keeps telling me is that it's like I'm gonna have no clue, and that he has a plan. He like keeps reassuring me he has a plan, like he thinks I don't think he does. Which I mean, I obviously know, like, you know, he's not really a planner, but I like know he has a plan for this.
Yeah.
And so he just keeps being like, I have a plan, I promise. I'm like, I didn't ask, I know, like I believe
really
you.
funny.
My plan is to take her on a hike. The first, let me fact check it. The first hike we did, which was Ravens Rock, there's like a little opening where it's, I mean, probably like the size of the wall or whatever. It just opens up and like the lake and stuff behind it, and I thought it was really pretty. And so, I remember that hike being where we got kind of close and it started to feel more comfortable. And so it means a lot to me, for sure. And so, yeah, that's the plan. And then her family's coming down, and all of our friends are getting together, and yeah, in my house. And
Yes.
I mean, hopefully, we'll see. It'd be bad if she doesn't.
How are you feeling?
I feel so good. I'm so not stressed. Zoe is very stressed.
I'm a little stressed, I'll be honest. Oh, the car moved.
Nah, me personally, I feel so good.
What's happening?
We are currently at Ravens Rock. We are about to do this quick hike, and then we're gonna set up, we're gonna hide, and then Katie and Evans are gonna show up, and then they're gonna do the hike, and then Evans is gonna get down on one knee, and he's gonna be like, Katie, will you marry me? And it's gonna be so sweet, and they're gonna get engaged. And Katie probably already knows, not gonna lie.
I don't think she knows.
I think she might. But it's still gonna be really sweet. So we're gonna see how it goes. And me and Zoe are gonna take pictures and videos of it.
Yep.
Because we love them.
Yep,
They're
we
very
love
sweet.
them. Okay, goodbye.
Oh, for sure, Evans and Katie's engagement. That was so funny. I need to talk about that. We don't have anybody talking about that, about our perspective of it, do we? We got Evans and Katie being all lovey-dovey about it.
Yeah.
We don't have me and you's perspective of it. It was a great time and all that stuff. But we were squatting there for a minute. Oh my gosh.
Evans made us squat for 11 minutes.
Straight.
Like just,
Because we
you
were,
can see me, but
it was rough.
pretty brutal.
Pretty brutal.
Pretty
But so we
brutal.
were, because we were filming, I took some pictures and Zoe was taking a video.
It's true.
So we did a little hike beforehand. We got there, we set up, we hit our cameras, but we weren't that.
Yeah, we were not hidden
We're not hidden like at all.
It was a team proposal.
For sure. Me and you and Evans proposed to Katie, for
Yeah.
sure. We
Yeah.
proposed to Katie.
It was a team.
Not Evans proposed to Katie, we
No,
proposed to
we did.
Katie. And yeah, so we're sitting there, and by the grace of God, Katie did not see us when they walked out.
She just didn't turn her, like, if she had gone like that, she would have seen us.
She would have seen
But
us.
She turned this way, and
Yeah.
that was it.
And she just did a little one, and then kept looking at the beautiful sky. So it was good. Worked out. That part done.
Yeah.
So immediately we squat down and hide, and then we're like, okay, Evans is gonna walk out here.
Yeah, do it really
Call the question. He'll
fast.
do it. Like, who would want to sit there and just be sitting in it? Who would want to be stewing in it? Apparently, Evans would want to be stewing in it.
Yeah.
Because he was just no hurry in that guy at all, for sure.
He ate an entire
Um,
bag of Cheez-Its.
Literally an entire bag of Cheez-Its while they're sitting there talking about who knows what. I don't know. I couldn't hear past the steam coming off my legs from burning.
My legs have never burned that. I ran a half marathon like 2 days the next day, and my legs burned worse. My
From the
legs burned
squatting.
worse From the squatting.
They're rough. So yeah, they ate their Cheez-Its, they finished their Nature Rally bars, and then Evans does it, and it was great. It was really sweet,
Yeah.
a really sweet moment. I definitely choked up. I got sad.
I was excited that it was done. I was happy for them, but
For
my
sure.
legs
Happy
were
for them,
burning
for sure.
So bad.
But next time, Evans,
yeah.
hurry it up, for
And
sure.
then, the next go of it, hurry it up.
For sure. What are some of your favorite memories?
I feel like out west just like has to be out there. I just never thought that would happen, and then I remember we'd always talk about it, and then it just like we planned it, and then it just also wild to me because we somehow ended up being able to get everyone to have like all this money and time and a whole week off, and like since then, like I don't know if there's been a lot of times when like all of us have been there.
It was probably one of the most fun things that I have ever done, and it was also shocking that we like didn't all hate each other by the end of it. There were only 2 incidences where we like were stressed and frustrated with each other, and it all happened within like the first day or so.
I don't remember.
But it was Katie dumped like half of the pizza toppings into the oven when she was putting the pizzas in the oven, and so then they were burning and there was smoke everywhere, and Noah just left because he was like, I don't want to be a part of this if we burn this Airbnb down, because it was in his name. So we were just like fanning smoke everywhere, and pizzas were burnt. It was terrible. And then the next morning at the same Airbnb, Evans he was driving first, so he had already cranked the van, and we were loading stuff, and I come back out and I see Evan standing there, and I think it was Emma Scott, and they just kind of looked at each other and then looked at me, and then Katie started to walk out, and it was like fear, intense fear in Evans's eyes, because he had left the car running with the keys in it and all the doors were locked. So for the next like 45 minutes, we were just trying to use a spatula and like a charging cord to try and like unlatch the back door of the van through the window that we had just like kind of popped out. And so it was just really funny. But
That is funny.
that's all of the tension points though.
That's pretty good.
The out west trip was like my favorite trip ever. Like favorite vacation I've ever done. And it didn't feel like a vacation, but it was definitely a trip. Because I mean, we were constantly on the go, hikes and hikes and hikes.
You like hikes though, right?
I do like hikes, obviously, but yeah, it was a lot. But I mean, it was cool. I think I enjoyed that trip so much because, like, we were just around each other all the time, but we never got like upset at each other, or like there was never like, well, other than like pizza being burnt on the first night. That was tense. Was that Katie?
I'm pretty sure it's Katie.
Yeah, Katie needs to stay away from the frozen pizzas. But I've got that under control.
You balance each other out.
Yeah, I think, but yeah, I think that's what sticks out to me about that trip. I don't know, it was just a really good time.
It was the oven.
No, Katie, I like did watch you dump some pepperonis and cheese into the bottom of the oven.
You didn't say
Guys,
anything.
I wasn't done
Because
there.
tensions were too high.
Y'all
I like
weren't-
did
y'all weren't
witness
really
that.
In the kitchen.
I was.
Really know.
I actually was, because I had my own gluten-free crap.
You always scraped out any toppings that fell. It was still smoking. Do the math. Facts.
Do that math.
Do the math.
Yeah, hot tub though.
We did have a hot tub. That's
That was
huge.
pretty dope.
Yeah.
All right.
Alright. Goodbye.
Definitely the out west trip, going out to Grand Canyon. What else was it? Utah. I don't know all the places. It was a whole week, but it was a really fun trip. I'll remember that the rest of my life. Yeah, come on now. A little ATV action. That was good. That was really fun, and then just like going to like FCA Shags is fun too, and just like the car rides to that.
Probably a pretty common answer, but the out west trip was a blast. That was a core memory of, I guess, college now. But yeah, I'd have to say out west trip.
Laker Beach house, and like the fact that like fits all of us is just like actually such a blessing. and it's free. I love free place to stay. Y'all know I had to put that in there. I knew y'all wanted that. The people wanted me to say something about money. The people. But that like actually has been like such a blessing for us. I think like however busy we all are at school, we like somehow we all manage to like go on those trips together and make time for that, and it's just always like really sweet. So like I think those are some of the funnest memories.
I also think the day we moved into this apartment and like the boys like there was just I think it was just you and Evans, but y'all like stayed and like the apartment was a wreck, and all I really wanted to do was like clean the apartment and like get everything organized, like hang things on the wall, like unpack. But like the boys stayed and talked till like really late that night, and I was like, oh, they like actually want to be our friends. Like I like knew y'all wanted to be our friends, but I was like, oh, like this is like more important that we get to like hang out, and like I just like finished unpacking my apartment. And so I just remember like sitting there like that night being all emo about it.
Shocking.
Checks out.
Probably the OG ski trip, which means you're out of it. Yeah, so that was what, 3 years ago? Blake was like, hey, you want to go skiing this weekend? And normally I am not a 2-day planner. And so I met everybody, forgot everybody's names instantly, and we went skiing. It was a good time until Mary broke her knee. And, well, unfortunately for her, that was some of the best Waffle House I've ever had in my life.
Yeah.
Was at 1 o'clock in the morning after coming down the mountain. That was a good time.
Going out west and like a van and like flying out there and then driving around like different states and like playing volleyball or like spike ball on random weeknights. Like I'm never gonna do that again. And I mean, maybe, who knows, you know?
What are you gonna miss most about college?
I think I'm gonna miss like living in proximity to my friends and like living with people, and like all of us are like right in Daniel Square, and then in the real world you like hang out with people like maybe on like Friday night, you know, but now we like hang out like at all times of the day, every day.
I mean,
it's currently 10:30 a.m. You know, if we all were in the real world, we'd all be at real jobs until like 5:30, and then we'd be old and tired. You know what I mean?
Old and tired for sure.
Old and tired, go to bed at 9, wake up at like 7.
Nah, I don't know about that.
Whoa.
Maybe 10. Wake up at 10. I feel like you gotta do like random stuff. Like we sat there and bought Taylor Swift tickets for like 5 hours on
Did y'all get the
Thursday
tickets?
because it was raining.
Did y'all get the
We
tickets?
did get tickets.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
My dad got Flippy tickets.
No
Like
way.
he like 6 tickets.
Dang.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
exciting.
Somehow.
When? Atlanta?
I'm glad I am.
Which
April.
day? Saturday?
We're all going to different days.
We're all
Rip.
going to different days.
Rip.
Friday, Saturday is Mariel and Katie, and then Sunday is me and Emma.
Mhm.
And Emma's mom.
Which is so funny.
I know, she was like, do you want to go? I was like, I mean, like, yeah.
Better than not.
I mean, for sure.
For
She
sure.
put me and her mom
Yeah.
in a group chat. It was funny.
I also
You're
learned about
going
Taylor Swift
Sunday.
in college. I've learned so much.
They're going Sunday.
Oh, so are we.
Fun.
Wow.
You learned about Taylor Swift in college.
Yeah, I wasn't really a Swiftie. I like listened to her
You
stuff.
weren't?
No, I never listened to
Like
old
a year
Taylor.
ago.
It really was the summer I broke my hip. Emma made me a playlist of songs I needed to learn, and I said, cool.
Let's talk about what else you've learned in college.
Oh, cool.
So, what else? You know, some people know basic things before coming to college. You know, like when they like hygiene.
I know where this is going.
And like you know,
Right.
but some people apparently just don't.
Right.
So what's like some like basic thing that you've learned?
Well, one of the basic things I learned is that it is just a requirement to use body wash in the shower.
Or soap. Or soap.
Or soap. I just somehow missed that growing up. And my like family uses it. So somehow along the line of like when I was supposed to ask when I needed more shampoo or whatever, instead of my mom just noticing, I just missed the body wash, you know? But don't worry, I wasn't like unclean. I definitely showered. I also
You were dirty for so long.
No, I wasn't dirty. I just showered and the shampoo would just
Just water alone. Just water.
I mean, do we think people back in the olden days had body wash?
No.
I mean, no,
Well,
but
they
they
had
died
soap.
at like 30.
They had like soap and stuff.
Yeah, so that was a quite embarrassing moment freshman year. But somehow these people stayed my friend.
Maybe this is why your body's an 80-year-old. Because you're all the germs. The dirt.
Yes.
That's caused your body to deteriorate like the old people.
Yes.
Like olden age.
Honestly, I'm with it.
Oh my gosh. I feel like that wasn't that major of a learning curve though.
I mean, it's just like use soap, okay?
Use soap, Taylor Swift, walking barefoot. I've learned so much.
So, as a recent Swiftie, would you say that you are the mastermind of this friend group?
I honestly would. I think she is. I really am. Like I low key am the reason, except for you. I kind of am the reason all the girls know each other. I like
And the
kinda-
boys.
and the boys. I kind of put everything together.
I think we share that title, Emma.
No, I reached out. I don't think y'all would have been friends if I hadn't said something. So I do take credit for this friend group.
I don't know.
Yeah. I'm not like the glue. Like everything's fine if I'm not here. But I think the original setup, I'd say.
You were the mastermind.
Sure. Yeah. I didn't know what I was doing, but yeah.
Talk about friends. Your friends in college memories.
Okay, well, friends in college, like, I love Clemson the place, but like, it can never be the same amount of people.
Yeah, I definitely think I'm ready to leave college. Not necessarily ready to leave the people that are at that school. And so I actually think, like, coming into the year, I wanted to just be present in the year and enjoy every moment. Enjoy small groups and enjoy FCA and enjoy just hanging out with all of our friends, because heck, Will's leaving in a month probably, and so yeah, I think trying to enjoy every single moment, because I know that when I'm not in those moments, I will be very sad that I'm not anymore, and so that's I guess that's kind of what I mean when I say I'm not gonna miss school, like college. I'm gonna miss the people, and so we just won't be in the same place, not all of us at least, and so it's gonna be tough, but those are memories that'll last forever. So.
Right, what's my takeaway?
Takeaway, just like, what's your college?
I mean, I think that, like, right. I think that, like, these years, while maybe not the best of my life, are probably some of the biggest years of, like, growth in my life. It doesn't seem like that long of a time when you're going from, like, the age of 18 to, like, 22 or 21 if you're me. But, like, I feel like there's, like, a big difference between 18-year-old me and 21-year-old me sitting here. And that's for a lot of different reasons, and I don't know if that's the case for everyone. But I think that I've just been, like, really lucky, and, like, the Lord has, like, really blessed me in the way that, like, putting people in my life that, like, like I said earlier, like, helped me, like, do that growth and, like, also have fun. Like, I don't know, I think college is, like, you have to take things seriously, and there's definitely things to take seriously, but also it's, like, the most, like, carefree. I don't know. I just, like, we're here by ourselves, like, living in an apartment with, like, parents not really around. There's no one, like, we're responsible for, and other than ourselves. And we just, like, I don't know. I mean, like, we're, on the scale of, like, wild, we're not really far on that scale. I still go to bed at, like, 10 p.m. But, like, I just think that it's, like, for the, like, time we're in, like, I think I've made the most of it.
When I talk about my friends to my kids or people, and I talk about college to people afterwards, it's definitely gonna, like, start and probably end with y'all. I think our friends, like, have been the reason that I've grown as much as I have in college. Whether that's like as a person or like as a believer, or as like a man with like the people I live with, or as like a creator with people that I work, like you that I work with, or whatever. Like our friends have been the reason I've grown as much as I have in college, because it is like a real friendship. We need to like challenge each other and like enjoy each other too. So yeah, I would say that they've been the biggest blessing for sure.
When you like look back on your, well, it's kind of funny. Is it weird doing this like kind of midway through college? Like you're not midway through college, you're more than midway through, but like everyone else, it's like.
Yeah, it's not as sentimental.
Yeah.
I don't think. And then also like being removed with a co-op is kind of like I don't want to say it means more to other people, but it is kind of like.
Yeah. No, I mean,
I've kind of gotten a taste of the real world, and it's kind of sad. But you know.
yeah, not excited to be there.
But it's still always good to come home from a co-op and have people in the house. You know.
Yeah. When you look back on your college experience, like if you have kids one day and you're like telling them about it, what like words would you use to describe it?
I know this is like probably basic, but like I'd probably just say like fun. I like never had friends like this before college, and the Lord's blown my mind in like regards to like what community looks like, what it looks like to like live in community with other believers and like do life with other believers and like learn how to love each other really well in the context of like loving the Lord first, and then also like has shown me just how much fun it is to like be in a community like this. And so it's like been super growing in so many ways. I think I'm seeing that more and more as I'm in my last year, just the ways that I've like slowly grown every year instead of like all at once. It's just been cool to look back. Like, okay, growing and fun. And I know those are really basic, but that's the words I would use. Yeah.
I mean, like a good summary stupid statement is like the best and the hardest years of my life. I mean, I have been challenged in ways that I never thought I would be challenged, and have also had like the most fun and done so many things that I never thought that I would have done before. So, yeah.
I think I'll look back and like I will talk about you guys and like my friends, because like I don't think I like understood what it was like to like have friends who like do daily life with you and like follow the Lord with you in like the way that I have in college. And like I don't think I ever understood like the idea of like community in the sense of like they like know everything about you and like still choose to like be your friend. Because like this group like has seen me like crying, you know, like y'all have seen it a lot, you know. And so I just feel like having someone who like sees the good and bad and like chooses to be your friend and like knows it might be difficult to live with you but like chooses to like do these things is like what friendship is and like what like sacrifice is. And I like feel like I learned that in college.
It's a good group of people, and it's kind of expanded over time, which has been really good. All the Friendsgivings and family dinners and stuff like that has probably been my favorite. I don't know, it's just always good to have people around you, to go to talk to hang out with, make formal plans, make informal plans, just go walk into somebody's apartment and hang out,
Okay, one thing I do love, I love that y'all are really good at photography and videography, because it means I get to, back to that question, I get to show my kids this one day. And like the Out West video, my kids get to see that we were like actually cool. And we were actually fun, And like, I don't know. And I think my kids get to see, like they get to see maybe before they've ever experienced. So like living in community with believers is not sacrificing like things of the world. It's like actually like, it's super fun and free and freeing and like life-giving to live like this. And so, yeah.
The amount of people that you get to like interact with and meet and like share like community and like, I was gonna say the word fellowship and then I was gonna laugh because that feels, yeah, I'm a part of FCA, no. But like genuinely like sharing community where we're like all kind of pursuing the same like things, but also like just get to like do life together. Like I'm never gonna be surrounded by this many people like that ever again. Peace, love, college. Yep.
I've been seeing Instagram videos of like people saying like, you don't know that you're growing apart, you just slowly kind of drift off and like don't keep in contact, and it's not like it's meaningful for like you're not doing it on purpose. It just kind of happens with life. So I'm like, dang, that's kind of sad. But
got you, man. It's getting
bro, it's been getting to me bad. But I like to think they'll definitely like at least be able to meet up once a year, several times a year, with things.
Dang, this is like. It's a really good opportunity, like actually, like this documentary is like a really good opportunity to like reflect on it all, I guess. And I haven't really done that yet. I haven't like really like sat down and started thinking about it, like what I have learned and like really processed the last few years. I don't think yet. I don't know. Maybe we're just like holding on to it too much.
The past, really, I guess, about 2.5 years of being kind of in the friend group or whatever, is a testament to friendships are hard, but it's very worth it. And I'll cherish this time for the rest of my life. And so, yeah, I'd say that's what I have to say. But
I don't wanna grow up, 'cause someday I'm gonna be dead and gone. But something in my skeleton bones has got to carry on. So I'll carry on. Stand, and I wanna be there. It's gonna be grand, and I wanna be there. I don't wanna grow up, 'cause someday I'm gonna be dead and gone. But something in my skeleton bones has got to carry on. So I guess I'll carry on.